All right, let's get right into it. For the last couple of years, we've basically seen AI as a solo act, right? A single, super smart chatbot we talk to. But what if the next big leap isn't about building a smarter lone wolf, but about creating an entire wolf pack? Today, we are looking at a brand new model that might just be kicking off a whole new era for artificial intelligence.
And this right here is the big idea. The future of getting real work done with AI, it might not be about those one-on-one chats anymore. It's going to be about collaboration, about working in parallel, and deploying whole teams of specialized AI agents to tackle a problem all at once. Yeah, the age of the AI team is here.
So, how do we even start to wrap our heads around a shift this big? Well, it all starts with changing how we measure what makes an AI good in the first place. It's not just about raw IQ anymore.
This quote from Bula's Nethi just completely nails it. The new benchmark isn't about how well an AI can ace a test. It's about how productive it can be on a team. Think about it. It's the difference between a brilliant professor who can't tie their own shoes and a highly effective employee who just gets stuff done. And this is exactly the space where a new challenger is making its move.
Okay, so let's meet the model that's causing this whole stir. It's called Kimmy K2.5, and it's coming from a company out of China called Moonshot. And believe me, it is making some serious waves. Now, what's really wild is just how powerful Kimmy is, even just on a technical level. I mean, look at these benchmarks. It scored a 50.2 on Humanity's last exam, which is this massive suite of AI capability tests, and that puts it in 5th place globally. It's right up there with the top models from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. This isn't just some new contender, it's a real heavyweight. But here is the real kicker. It's not just powerful, it is also incredibly efficient. In head-to-head tests, Kimmy K2.5 was found to be about 4 times cheaper to run than its direct competitors like a GPT 5.2 or Opus 4.5. That kind of cost difference completely changes the game. It dictates who can use this level of AI and the scale they can use it at. And it just keeps getting better. Kimmy K2.5 has what's called native multimodality, which is just a fancy way of saying it was built from the ground up to understand images and video, not just text. And that is a huge deal. For example, people have given it a simple screen recording of a website, and it generates the code to clone that site, complete with all the user interactions. That's a massive leap forward for AI-powered development. Okay, so the model is powerful, it's cheap, it's versatile, we get it. But none of that is the main reason everybody is talking about it. Nope, the real revolution, the feature that has everyone's attention, is the agent swarm. So what exactly is an agent swarm? Well, to put it simply, it's basically an AI project manager. You give it a big, complicated goal, and a lead orchestrator AI breaks that goal down into smaller, bite-sized tasks. Then, it assigns those tasks to a whole team of specialized sub-agents who all work on their piece of the puzzle at the exact same time. And this is where you really see what that looks like in practice. People are throwing these incredibly complex tasks at it. Like one user turned a short story into a full 55-scene film script, complete with storyboards. Another had to analyze an entire list of stocks, generating individual reports for each one and a final summary, all in about 10 minutes. This isn't a chatbot writing an email for you. This is high-level, multifaceted project management. And, maybe the most intelligent thing about it is its restraint. As this user Swix points out, he gave it a pretty simple task. Just build a basic website. And the AI recognized it didn't need a whole team, so it assigned a single agent, did the job perfectly, and then refunded him the credits for the swarm he didn't use. The intelligence isn't just in deploying the team, but knowing when not to. So the big question is, how on earth did Moonshot pull this off? I mean, for years, getting AIs to work together in parallel has been a massive challenge. So what's their secret sauce? Well, the problem, which Moonshot calls serial collapse, is that large language models are fundamentally trained to think one step at a time, sequentially. So when you ask them to manage a bunch of parallel workflows, it's like asking a chef who only knows how to cook one dish at a time to suddenly run an entire banquet service. They just get confused. Moonshot solved this with a new training method that specifically teaches an orchestrator AI how to divide and conquer. Their method is called Parallel Agent Reinforcement Learning, or PRL, and honestly, it's a genius solution. It's a 3-step process. First, they basically give the AI a task that is impossible to complete step by step in the time allowed. This literally forces the AI to figure out how to break the task into smaller pieces for its subagents.
Then, the system executes and learns from the outcome, reinforcing what worked. It essentially learns how to collaborate out of pure necessity.
So yeah, the technology is incredibly clever. But what makes this a true revolution is that you don't need to understand any of that technical stuff to use it. They've made managing an AI team feel, well, intuitive. And as Simon Smith from Click Health says here, this is the real breakthrough. It's not just about what the AI can do, it's about how easy it is for a normal, non-technical person to ask it to do something. The user experience is every bit as important as the model underneath. And this is where it gets really cool and user-friendly. Check out how they've designed the interface. Before it even starts, the AI gives you a clear plan. Then, as it works, each agent gets a specific role, a name, even an avatar. You can see Sarah the strategist or David the data analyst working on their tasks. You get a main dashboard to see the overall progress, and you can just click into any agent to see exactly what they're up to. This quote really just brings it all home. It is designed to feel like management, not like coding. You're not writing complex prompts for a machine, you're overseeing a team of digital employees. It is a fundamental shift in how we interact with AI, using skills a lot of us already have. So let's zoom out a bit. Is this just a one-off, cool feature from one company, or is this the beginning of a much bigger trend across the whole AI industry? Well, all the signs are definitely pointing towards a trend. We saw some early tools trying this back in 2025. Now, here in early 2026, Kimmy K2.5 has made the whole concept powerful and easy to use. And we know for a fact that other major labs are working on similar sub-agent architectures. It really feels like 2026 could be the year of the agent team. This has even kicked off this really fascinating debate about what we should even call this technology. Professor Ethan Mollick makes a great point here. He argues that swarm sounds a little terrifying, and it's not a very useful analogy. Calling them teams or organizations is way more accurate. It describes how they're built, and more importantly, how we should think about working with them. The words we choose really do matter. Which, of course, brings us to the final question. This kind of technology is no longer some distant, abstract idea. It's here, it's becoming accessible, and it points to a future where your job might not be to do all the work, but to manage the team of AIs that does. So, the only question left is, are you ready for that?